Hey guys, this here is a recording that I'm going to do about the phet lab that you'll be doing at home. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go on to Google Classroom. Under Google Classroom, you will see assignment number 67 phet lab. If you open it up, you will see it says work on the phet lab when you're at home. Open up to the link and copy the information in your ISM book. When doing the lab, use the Word document as a lab sheet and do what it's asking you to do. So if you open up the phet lab, it tells you, first of all, to go to this simulation, and it says, and open the bending light sim. Check on intro. So on my paper, I'm going to write bending lab, phet lab, and I'm going to write open bending light sim and check introduction. So it says move the protractor in the line it up with the surface of the interference between the two materials. Press the red button and turn on the laser. From each scenario, select the top and bottom material as specified in each data table. Record the index of the refraction in of each material on the data table. Choose two incident angles between 5 and 85 for each scenario and record the incident, reflection, and refraction angles of the table. After filling in the table, draw the ray as you are in the sim. Now, the top material is air, the top index of the refraction, bottom material is water, and then the bottom index reflection. So these two angles here, you're going to put in yourself. So then what you're going to do is it tells you two of the instant angles. So here you would either choose between 5 and 85, and then these two you would fill in from the lab itself. So after you do that, you're going to continue to go down, and it has a little diagram. The next one is another one, but this time you're going to use glass. If you recall, the one before, you're using water. So you're going to use the same angles again. And down here is where you're going to draw what you see when you get done. This third scenario, you're going to use glass. You may use the same two instant angles for both of those, but the thing that's going to change is the bottom material. Same thing with this one, water and air, glass and air, glass and water, and then it says, based on the data and the data table, what patterns do you observe? You should write at least 3 summary statements. I noticed that when I was doing it with the angle of 43, I noticed with the water, this is what I saw. Things of that nature is what I'm looking for. And then now click the prism at the bottom, turn on the laser, drag the triangle prism to the path of the laser, and click the normal button on the right. Draw a light ray prism and normal for its configuration. So you're going to draw the picture for this one. Change the light in the white light. Rotate the prism until the light comes to the other side of the prism and separate the color spectrum. Draw the configuration. Same thing here. What color is the light emitting from the prism? Now remove the prism and drag a convex lens in. Select multiple beam. Center your laser to the surface and round the sides of the lenses and draw your lenses and your rays. Now remove the complex lens and use a concave lens. This next question is not using the sim. This is basically using the information that you've done. And then it tells you go back to the sim again, draw, and then you are done. So let's go up to the top again, and let's open up our simulation. So when you click the link, it should take you to here, which you will download it, okay? Once you download it, then it should open up like this. as you can see, here's your introductory. Do you see this picture here? This picture here is just like the picture, excuse me, just like the picture here. So as you do things, you're going to change it. Now look, material. So if you look at the very first one, it tells us that the top material is air. So let's go up here. My top material is air. You can change your index to whatever percentage you want. Next one is bottom material is water. So you're going to go into here and change the bottom material water. It told you to pull this out, right? And set it down. Let's see what else it says here. Move the protractor and line it up with the surface of the two materials. Press the red button to turn on the laser for each scenario. So let me turn on the red button for each scenario. For each scenario, select the top and bottom materials specified in the data table. Record the index of reflection for each of the materials in the data table to two incident rates between 5 and 85 for each scenario and record it. So here am I. I have my ray, right? I have it going here. And this is, and if I want to, I can actually move this to where I can actually see a number. Like for example, right now I'm on 60, right? 60 degrees is my angle, and my angle of refraction, as you can see here, is 30, right? How do I know that? If I go here, move it to where I want to put it, and then I'm going to look over here, and this looks like maybe 40 is my number. So what I'm going to do is I'll take my data table and I will fill in the information. And I will continue to do that all the way through this lab until I'm finished. And then I will turn in this paper. If you do not want to draw it here, which I think would be the easiest part, you may go into the PHET lab, and then you can go into your snippet tool, and you can do your new, and you can go here, and you can take a picture of it that way if you want, and then save it. If you do that, then you will have to make either include these pictures into your Word document, or PowerPoint is what you'll need to do. Now, can I tell you what you could do if you want? Is you could go here and make sure that you write everything and draw everything so you don't have to do anything computer generated. Now, I want to warn you now, if everybody in this class has the same numbers, that's just basically going to tell me that you've cheated, that you have copied somebody else's work. So I'm telling you now, if that is the case, it does not matter if you did the work or if you copied the work, you will receive a 0. I'm going to be honest with you on that, so that straightforward, so you'll know. So this is my ending of my tutorial of the virtual lab that you'll need to do this week.